Hi, this is Laura Simpson from Web Luminary, and this is day 3 of the challenge on how to create a great lead magnet, or otherwise known as an opt-in, so that you can turn those website clickers into actual leads and nurture those through emails. So, I give a long title. And today, day 3 is about getting your ideal client's attention on your website. So I think I've said this before, and many marketers have said it, but I'll say it again. Once someone hits your website, you have about 8 seconds to get them to do something. So a lot of marketing companies will say that you want them to subscribe to a newsletter, but of course you don't want to say, subscribe to my newsletter. Well, that used to be good enough, but it's 2020 and people are sort of, I don't know, information overload, I guess is really what it is. And so they're a little more hesitant to give their email address than they used to be. And so you have to kind of entice them. And you want to entice the right people. You want to entice the people who are your ideal client. And in order to do that, we talked about in day 1, what are their pain points and who is your ideal client. And you need to be very focused on who that is and who you want to attract, because you need to speak their language. And you need to know what is going to get them to give you your email address. So what I like to do is think about my prior clients, and how I got what their pain points were, because these are the people who came to me. And so based on that, and you've already come up with your opt-in idea, and we've discussed it in the group. So the next thing to do is to draw your little box. So this is where screen share is. Okay, so, and of course it's backwards, but I'll just read it. Get their attention. So you need a title that gets their attention. And so what the object of today is to just draw this little thing, but replace these words with what you're actually going to write. And I just want you to do it on pen and paper, because I'm going to be showing later how to do this in MailerLite. So here's a drawing of a possible opt-in form. So the hardest part is coming up with the title, or how you're going to get their attention. And I really like to use questions. And like, are you on page 2 of Google? You know, a great place to hide a dead body? On page 2 of Google. Don't let that be your business. I don't know. I kind of use humor. And so the other thing you need to do is, and this can be simple, but this is CTA, call to action. So that's the button. That's the little square is. And I also want you to think about what a great call to action would be. I mean, it could be join us. I would not recommend subscribe. Boring, right? So let's just toss these 2 things around. You know, what's the title going to be? What's your call to action going to be? Play around with it. Give us some options. And then the other things are just going to fall into place and are easy tips. So, and I'll put this in my the worksheet that you download. But one other thing one thing you don't want to do is ask for too much information. So it's hard to see in my little box, but all I ask for is name and email address. Even if it's just email address and you need their email, that's really all you need. If you start asking for their name, address, phone number, their blood type, you know, I'm joking, but that is going to turn them off. So the less that they have to type in, the better. And then the other thing that MailerLite will do for you and is required is to basically, well, actually, this is required in their emails, is to have an unsubscribe. But what's not required is that you put that on your form. So what you can say is something to the effect of, we will never, your privacy is of most importance to us. We'll never sell your email. Your privacy is important, whatever. Just make sure, and we will never spam you. And then, you know, when they hit that call to action, then make sure, this is again something that we'll work more on Friday, is thank them for hitting the button and then tell them what to subscribe. So that's coming later in case you're wondering where that is. But for today, all I want you to say is what's your title going to be to get their attention, and what you're going to put on the button to make it even more. And that's it. Tomorrow we're going to talk about pictures. So that's day 3. And I love to see the comments and what your titles and option box ideas are. And, well, button ideas. Yeah. So take care, and looking forward to seeing what you have to say. Bye.